G'day and welcome back to Space Engineers. I've been getting a lot of requests to have a look at Space Engineers again, so that's what we're doing. We're starting a new series in Space Engineers. I'm hoping to get out one video a week if time permits, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Just as a quick disclaimer, a lot of stuff in my life has changed, and so my free time isn't really what it used to be. So, as always, this series could end at any time abruptly. And that's just the nature of my life at the moment, which kind of sucks. But I've created this little scenario here for us. And I think what we'll do first is we'll go through all the settings, and then I'll go through the story, and then we'll start the series off. Actually, what I should probably do is make sure I turned off creative mode. Yeah, okay. Yep, okay, everything's good. All right, excellent. All right, so let's jump into the settings. All right, here we are. I've called it Engineer and Conquer. That was actually just a placeholder name, and I didn't end up changing it. So that's what the series is called, I think. Okay, inventory size for character is ×3, and then realistic for blocks, which is the way I normally play anyway. ×3 on assembly and refining. Welding is ×2, grinding is ×2. No meteors because they suck. Arcade sounds. That's all standard. 2-hour days. Yeah, and then I've got, actually, do I need to enable cargo ships? Shit, I don't know if I need to. Because I'm running with, like Reavers and assertive, no, air traffic and, you know, all those types of things. I don't know. I guess we'll just see how it goes, and if I need to enable it, I will. No wolves or spiders because they suck. I've got progression on. I may regret that, but I'm gonna leave it on for now. I do have the weather system on because that's new to me. Like it's been that long that I played Space Engineers. So like that's, yeah, there was no weather on it before. All right, so that's the settings. Let's go through the mods because I am running quite a few mods. This is definitely not going to be a vanilla playthrough. All right, so we've got, yeah, modular encounters and corruption, reavers, orcs, you know, the general stuff that creates content for the game. There are some quality of life things as well. Better HUD, build vision 2.5. And then, yeah, I've got the speed mods on. I've got lifted wheel suspension, which looks really cool. I've been playing around with that. But better spotlights is awesome. Yeah, it gets rid of the grate from spotlights and like how it casts a shadow. And then we've got yeah, color replacer blocks. That's just something I like to play around with. I like to change the color schemes of things easily. Defense shields, we got the elite sensor, better solar power. This adds more passage block variations to the new ones from the DLC. So I'm excited to try those out. And yes, I'm running with Nanobot, the Bob, because I can't play without it now. No edges, I don't like those. Tiered thrusters, this is essentially like a tiered thruster system that I used before, but this one includes all the DLC thrusters. And then radio spectrometry, this looks really cool. I'm excited to try that out. It essentially allows you to scan asteroids in the distance, and you get a readout on an LCD screen, and then you can see what type of ore is in there, which is really cool. And then, yeah, recolorable thruster flames, because that's cool. All right, let's get back into the game. Okay, so we're back, and so I've created this little base for us. Well, it's not really little, it's pretty advanced. I wanted to sort of like catapult us past the early game because I don't like the early game. I find it really tedious and boring. So yeah, I've built us a little base, and we do have some vehicles that are damaged and stuff. I'll run through the story in a second. But I wanted to touch on the rules, you know, or challenges, I think, because I get very bored with the game if I don't have some sort of a challenge or something like that, some sort of goal to work towards. So one of the things I really wanted to do is go back to my Survival Maybe series where we had off-site power generation and we had to carry power from one location back to our base. And shit. I didn't create any power generation on the base at all. I think I might have screwed us from the start. Well, I don't know. We'll cross that bridge in a second. So yeah, that's going to be one of the first things we need to do, obviously, is create some sort of power generation. And then other than that, I don't want to get platinum or uranium from easy places. Like I want to go to Mars for platinum and maybe the alien planet or one of the other planets, because there's a couple of new ones, isn't there? So maybe one of those planets for uranium, because that sort of encourages exploration and I like that. So we're going to do that. Other than that, I want to get into drones, which is sort of what this thing is sitting here. And that's pretty much it. That should keep me entertained, I think. All right, so now the story. Me and another space engineer were sent down to this planet to exploit it of its resources and take them back to the mothership. And we had just finished our final run, creating the components we needed to meet the quota. And on the way back, we got attacked by an unknown faction, and they sort of shot up our actually that's the goose. If you've watched Splitsy's series, and our mining ship took a little bit of damage as well. We airlifted it back using the cruiser that we had. And then my colleague, the other space engineer, we'll just call him Bazza, he took the cruiser and all the resources up to the mothership, and I'm waiting for him to come back so he can pick me up and, you know, anything that we've got left over, and we can get out of here. But that was a couple of days ago and I haven't heard back from him, so we probably need to make some sort of a rocket ship to get up there and see what happened. But yeah, for right now, we have no resources at all. I have no raw resources, no constructed components, nothing. So we need to go out and mine some resources. By the way, it's not the actual goose. This was my representation of goose. I watched Splitsy's video when he was building it, and I was inspired so much that I wanted to try to recreate it. And yeah, this was my attempt at it. Although it's quite difficult to see see what it looks like, because at the moment it's all shot up. Okay, so this guy should be operational. I don't think. Okay, that cargo container's fucked, but let's get out of third person. Yeah, it has been a long time, so I'm gonna fumble with the controls. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this should be doable. Oh yeah, it's fine. It's totally fine. Okay, and the drone, that was just a pet project that me and Bazza were playing around with because we were bored. We had finished our task, and yeah, we decided to just build a drone for, you know, shits and gigs. All right, so this is our base. Fully depleted in 1 day. That's not too bad. That one's got 2 days. Someone's got more charge in it. Yeah, we're going to have to focus on power generation. Okay, so we've got a survival kit. There's a couple of cargo containers, a basic assembler, and a basic refinery. We've got an oxygen tank and a hydrogen tank. There is a H2O2 generator behind the kitchen there. And then, yeah, I just sort of decorated this place a little bit. We've got a really nice view of the lake. I thought this was a really cool spot. And yeah, that's just our beds. And showers and the dunny. All right, cool. Let's get to work. I'm excited to actually get into this.